Hello everyone, I'm Đức Trung with VTV International. You're watching the English bulletin VTV News for the latest events related to Vietnam. First, let's get you up to date with the headlines. China moves its drilling rig to a new position 25 nautical miles southwest from Chiton Island. And later, let's see how the application of modern biotechnology can help ensure food security. On to the first update of the hour. According to the latest update that we've got, China's drilling rig Haiyang Shiyou 981 was moved at around 5:30 a.m. this morning local time. Haiyang Shiyou was moved by Chinese vessels at the speed of 4 nautical miles per hour. At 10:30 a.m., the oil rig was left in its new position, which is 25 nautical miles southwest from Chiton Island, a part of the Paracel archipelago. However, the oil rig is still located within Vietnam's exclusive economic zone and continental shelf. Now, as tension in the East Sea has escalated in recent weeks, offshore fishing activities have become a concern for Vietnamese fishermen. For this reason, provincial authorities and border guards have provided them with updated information about the current situation at sea so that they can safely conduct their fishing activities.
China recently deployed Haiyang Shiyou 981 oil rig in Vietnamese waters, while Chinese ships have chased and attacked Vietnamese fishing vessels. But we encourage fishermen to continue fishing activities.
Such information has been constantly voiced by the border guards in Bình Định province to all ships at port. Through this broadcast, fishermen are provided with information about the situation in the Spratly and Paracel Islands so they can continue their fishing activities.
Our fishery cooperative members always support each other. Furthermore, the cooperative has provided members with information concerning offshore fishing activities, equipment and more. Local authorities, especially the border guard folks, have encouraged us to continue fishing offshore. We are always ready to leave port, no matter what happens.
In the past month, the border guard has always been available at port and on fishing ships to keep fishermen updated with the latest East Sea information available. This relationship has grown stronger through the dispute. They keep track of every fishing ships within Vietnam's water and have opened an emergency hotline.
The authorities have encouraged fishermen to operate in groups when fishing offshore. We also establish information network with the involvement of authorities and fishermen.
By now, there have been nearly 320 teams established with a total of nearly 1,200 vessels. Working in groups make fishing activity more effective and allow support from authorities to help fishermen boot their fishing in deep waters and protect their fishing grounds.
In other news, Bình Dương Department of Customs recently announced that local offices would be open 7 days a week from now until June 30th. This is a move by provincial authorities to assist businesses in meeting their orders following the recent unrest in the province.
At the Mỹ Phước Industrial Park in Bình Dương Province, the entire import-export procedure team is hard at work even during the weekend. They are ready to assist local businesses in fulfilling their orders after the recent unrest.
The team is working as hard as we can, 7 days a week, to help local businesses meet their deadlines in terms of their export-import orders.
Although many businesses have resumed operations at the park, many of their orders are already late. At the customs office, Sharp Creation Limited Company had to process their customs applications on a Sunday to export their $150,000 steel order to Taiwan in time. The office is also assisting Diamond Vietnam Limited Company with 2 late orders, which were due on May 14th.
The recent unrest caused a lot of damage to our company, but thanks to the customs, we have resumed operations, restored our data, and are meeting our orders.
The Song Than Industrial Park Customs Office received 670 applications last weekend. Customs officers are working around the clock to meet demand.
We're helping businesses restore their lost paperwork, receipts, and data. Department managers have visited many businesses to assess damages, the current state of their operations, and their need for assistance.
According to the Department of Customs, many legal offices, ports, and banks are also working at maximum capacity to assist businesses. Businesses in Bình Dương are expected to return to normal business by June 30th.
Farm, forestry, and aquatic products brought home $12.1 billion in export earnings in the first 5 months of the year, a 10.4% increase over the same period last year. During the 5-month period, 98,000 tons of cashew were sold abroad for $618 million, registering a rise of 11% in volume and 11.5% in value year-on-year. Aquatic products grew 25% to $2.83 billion. The U.S. remained the leading importer, posting a year-on-year surge of 67%. It was followed by Japan, the Republic of Korea, and China.
Exotic Vietnam is an intriguing blend of many charms. This land is where all manner of stunning landscapes await like a visual feast, rivaled only by the beauty of its people and their abundantly rich tradition and culture. Here is where you can relive the past in richest color or live it up in the bright lights of the big city. With so much more to offer, Vietnam is simply unforgettable.
Welcome back to VTV News for the latest updates related to Vietnam. A workshop on application of modern biotechnology in dealing with issues related to food security and climate changes was organized in Hanoi on Monday. Participants, including agricultural research institutes from Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, and Myanmar, affirmed that the application of genetically modified or GM plants in agricultural production is a breakthrough in ensuring food security and establishing sustainable agricultural development.
Until 2012, 17.3 million farmers of 27 countries in the world have applied GM plants in an area of 160 million hectares. GM plants has been increasingly used in the US, China, India, Brazil, and the average productivity has been continuously increased.
In the countries that have used this technology, farmers have seen an average yield improvement of about 10%. But the yield improvement has tended to be largest in developing countries, such as the Philippines, where farmers have got an average yield improvement of nearly 20%.
Vietnam's Agriculture Genetics Institute claimed that after many experiments, biotechnological plants have brought greater profits and helped farmers to achieve higher productivity and raise their incomes.
Genetically modified organisms has been closely controlled. If there was anything unusual, international organizations would discover and stop it. Developed countries have applied GMO, and I think there is no risk at all.
Vietnam's agricultural sector has considered GM plants as a solution to reduce the pressure on cattle-fed material import, increase agricultural productivity, and supposedly protect the environment in the context of global climate change. Currently, Vietnam has a fully worked out system of regulations to evaluate the safety of application of GM plants in human food as well as the environmental safety.
The Central Highland province of Kon Tum launched the first clean water supply station that uses modern and sustainable technology in the rural area of Dakla commune in Dakha district just a year ago. In the following report, let's see how the project has changed the behavior of ethnic people and raise awareness about clean water.
It took nearly $66 million to build Dakla Clean Water Supply Station in Dakha District, Kon Tum Province. With innovative and sustainable filter technology, its capacity can reach 1,500 cubic meters a day, bringing standardized clean water to villages in the region.
Our water resource comes from the wells, so its quality remains stable. Our filter technology can assure that water meets the standards prescribed by the Ministry of Health. We, in coordination with Preventive Medical Center, conduct monthly and even weekly checks with the water samples as well.
Having used water from rivers or streams for a long time, Avut now feels happy that he can enjoy clean water. Thanks to local authorities' instructions, Avut, as well as locals in the village, knows more about cooked food to avoid certain diseases.
Now our lives are more convenient. We can't take water from the wells due to several landslides, so now we are thankful for the clean water provided. Ultimately, using clean water is really good.
Currently, 1,000 households in Dakla commune are benefiting from this water supply station. All of them have to pay a small amount of money as water tariff, but vary from only 9 cents to 17 cents per cubic meter, depending on their living conditions.
Thanks to this project, we feel very happy. The water tariff is really reasonable. On average, we only consume 3 cubic meters to 10 cubic meters of water, which is equivalent to only $1. That's reasonable with our monthly income, so we pay on time every month.
In fact, several water supply stations were built in Central Highland villages. However, they were degraded quickly due to inefficient community management. With administration and support from the local authorities, the Dakla Water Supply Station project could be a sustainable solution for the water issue in rural areas in the Central Highland region.
An action month for children focused on stamping out violence and abuse was launched in the central province of Thừa Thiên Huế this morning. The event drew the participation of more than 800 children and many locals from all walks of life. The Action Month aims to promote education, protection, and care of children. This year's month will cover entertainment activities such as a summer camp and a football tournament for thousands of children. Now, local authorities of the central province of Quảng Nam continued its restoration plans of the historic Kỳ Anh Tunnel site in order to preserve this valuable historical site from serious damage. Accordingly, with total investment of over $184 million, the restoration plans will cover a 430-hectare area and a system of 32-kilometer-long underground passageways. Kỳ Anh Tunnel previously went through some small-scale restoration projects, but it failed to stop the site's decline. This time, the restoration is expected to thoroughly upgrade important historical items and improve local facilities to turn the whole area into a major tourist attraction of Quảng Nam province. And that's also the last piece of news we'll have for you in this hour. Before saying goodbye, let's take a quick look at today's weather forecast. This is also the end of our bulletin for this hour. Simply visit our website at vtv4.vn to rewatch any of our programs online. For now, goodbye from Hanoi.